Good afternoon, everybody. How's everybody doing today? I heard lots of chatter about apples, and that's great. So here we are again at our lifestyle seminar. We're going to be trying to do these monthly, that's our goal, but we're kind of on the quarterly cycle right now. So hopefully more folks will learn about these seminars. What will happen today is we'll talk about apples, and then we have some samples up here. You'll see them listed in the back of your handout. I have caramel, chocolate, and peanut butter, so we can cut them up and you can have some little dips to go with your apple. But first I wanted to introduce you all to our new dietitian here at Miller's Grant, Michelle Sampson. So I'm going to turn it over to her and let her tell you all a little bit about herself and let her welcome you all to our presentation.
Kind of worried about using a microphone, but here we go. Like Tamara said, my name is Michelle Sampson, and I've been at Miller's Grant since mid to end of September. No, August. I have been a registered dietitian since 2002. Just after I got my master's degree, I passed the exam to become a registered dietitian. I have worked in a variety of healthcare settings, large teaching hospitals, a lot of just hit the bottom. Hit the bottom. There you go. Okay. Long-term care facilities. Also worked with kidney transplant teams. I've worked in oncology centers. So I have a lot of experience in a variety of avenues. My husband was in the Navy, so we moved around. So I've worked in Virginia and Illinois and Florida, so just kind of all over the place. And actually today is our 18th wedding anniversary.
Oh,
it's an accomplishment, right? So anyway, I'm very happy to be here and to start being a part of these lifestyle and coffee conversation, all your events, wherever you need me. And we're also going to, I don't know if this is a good time to explain it, but we'll do like a box or a bowl of like Ask the Dietitian. So you can just, when you have a nutrition type question, you can pop it in that box and then we'll, answer them on a monthly basis.
Where's that box?
So we were just discussing that, and we were thinking a good spot for that would be, and you're probably better at explaining because you're more familiar with the building.
Yes, oops.
So you can put a note in there anytime. We're thinking about putting it on the table outside of my office to the right there by the sofa, that sofa table that's behind the sofa that's in the lobby area. So we'll put it there, and what we'll do is Michelle can certainly check those. She's here once a week, so she's not here 7 days a week or 5 days a week. So we can check those, and then what we'll do is we'll go over them in dining committee. Michelle will join us in dining committee quarterly, and then in our coffee and conversation monthly, we'll also go over those together. But if you would like, us to reach out to you personally, please put your name and unit number and phone number so we can reach out to you, okay?
That sounds great.
Okay, so let's talk about apples today. So, apple facts. Americans eat approximately 19.6 pounds of fresh apples annually. That's a lot of apples. And apples are a member of the rose family, which is interesting fact. I didn't know that. The most popular apples in the United States
Is maybe mine's dying. Can you hear me? Test. Yeah.
The most popular is the Red Delicious. Who likes Red Delicious apples? I like those. Shout out any of your favorites.
Brandy
Gala.
Smith.
Gala, I love Gala. What did we hear? Gala,
Brandy Smith.
Honey Crisp,
Oh, and Granny Smith.
and Granny Smith. Yep, those are good. So, what's that?
Stamen wine sap, which I don't think is available anymore.
Oh, I've never heard of that one. Very interesting.
Actually, it's on the list.
It is. So Lynn Glazer, you all know Lynn, gave us our apples today. She also gave me a list of all sorts of apples. So I'm really excited to hopefully maybe try to get some of these in. We'll have to check with our produce vendor and see which ones we can get. And so I love the Honey Crisp. I think those are maybe my favorite. And you know, just thinking about apples and peanut butter right now, I'm getting a little hungry. So, and there are more than 7,000 varieties of apples grown around the world. 7,000 varieties. So that is quite a range of different apples. Probably some we can't get because they probably aren't grown here. But those are some interesting facts about apples. Apple nutritions, I'm gonna toss it over to Michelle so she can talk about all the nutritional benefits to apples. Here you go, Michelle.
All right, thank you. So apples have a lot of health benefits.
I'll just tell you, make sure you keep it close to your mouth.
Is it, okay,
Yeah,
the
They
mask
could hear you better.
probably.
Yeah, because of your mask.
Okay, so apples are one of the hottest phytonutrient-rich foods. So phytonutrient also means phytochemical, which means, that's not listed on any nutrition label, but what that means is it provides health benefits, right? It has nutrients inside it that provides protective health benefits. So phytonutrients are also found in other fruits and vegetables, also some grains and seeds, soy and tea. So phytochemicals help protect us from certain diseases. They also help protect our immune system. Apples are full of vitamin C, also potassium, and fiber. Now the fiber, and I'm not going exactly
That's
according
okay.
to the slides.
Yeah, just talk. I'll just flip.
Okay. Yeah, so moving on. So the fiber is found in the skin, so it's important to eat the skin of the apple, and it's just right underneath the skin too. So eating the whole apple is important to get that fiber. Fiber helps provide bulk for your stool, you know, helps keep you regular. It also helps with the good gut bacteria. So that's why it's important to eat the skin on the apples. It also helps protect against heart disease, helps protect against stroke and cancer. So apples, as far as calories, they range from 60 to 100 calories, and the difference is basically based on the size of the apple. Where a small apple would be closer to 60 calories, a large apple would be close to 100 calories. It doesn't really, you know, the calories don't really range based on the variety of the apple, it's more based on the size. There's no fat, no sodium in apples. They're great for snacking, as a healthy snack on the go, easy to carry with you, you know. You don't need to technically cut it up because it's ready to go. It'll also help with maintaining your weight or helping to promote weight loss if you're looking to lose weight because of its lower calorie level. And the fiber helps fill you up, giving you that satiety. Let's see. We kind of talked about how the fiber provides bulk to your intestinal tract. It helps pull, that fiber helps pull cholesterol from your blood. Fiber also helps, just, you know, like I said, with digestion. They contain boron, which helps protect your bone density. And again, like we said about protecting against heart disease and stroke. The tannins in apples help protect your teeth. So it being known as nature's toothbrush, when you're biting, it's really coating your teeth, isn't it? So it'll help take off any plaque that you may have on your teeth. Helps prevent the tooth decay, so. And then this also says helps protect against urinary tract infections, which is an added bonus. So eating an apple a day with the skin can provide you with health benefits. It has lots of vitamins and minerals to protect your eyes as well. And that's kind of the nutrition information on apples. Did anybody learn anything new or have any questions in regards to apples? Does anybody eat an apple a day?
Way to start.
Yeah, gonna start, why not, right? Yeah. I find it interesting when they say we eat 19 pounds on average of apples a year, right? Well, how many pounds of sugar do we eat in a year, right? It's probably
Do you know what that
similar.
statistic is?
I don't know it off the top of my
I
head,
know
but
it's a lot
think
more
it's
than
a-
apples, unfortunately.
Unfortunately,
Yeah.
right.
But apples, just to go back to the health benefits, if you're trying to maintain your weight, you know, it's suggested to snack, the importance of snacking instead of, instead of having 2 really large meals or 3 large meals, to try to make 5 small meals. And an apple is a really great snack to have, either, that after you have lunch and before you have dinner. That apple can really kind of hold you over, especially if you add some peanut butter to it. You can get a low sugar peanut butter, but just regular peanut butter, just, think about the portion for the peanut butter, because it does have a lot more fat, but that's just a really great snack to hold you over. Also, making your own applesauce is really good to do. Most of the time we do pull the skin off for applesauce, but it's important to try to eat the skin. But there's lots of different ways to cook apples and use apples. Putting it into your oatmeal in the morning is also a good way to get your apples. Just dice it up and mix it into your oatmeal with just a little bit of cinnamon. You don't even need to add the brown sugar when you do that. The apples are sweet enough. If you just put a little pinch of salt in it, it will really provide you a great nutritional breakfast that will hold you over. That fiber really makes you feel full and helps you get to that next meal. So, any questions about apples? Have lots of good information. Mrs. Ebay?
I was just wondering, there's so many different kinds of apples. Do the nutrients of the different apple, do different apples have different nutrients?
No, they all
Very
have
much.
they all
I
have
mean,
the same nutrients, so
Yeah,
They're
very
all-
similar.
very similar.
But there's so much difference in the taste and the texture. I would think that some of the nutrients would be different.
Not substantial, not a
Yeah,
substantial
not enough to
difference.
measure, yeah.
I see.
Really just thinking about the size, if you're looking for something around the 60 to 70 calories, you're looking for something about your fist size, about the size of the Gala apples. So those are gonna be around 60 calories, and then the larger the apple, obviously you have more calories, but still the benefits, it's fine to have the bigger apple. Just tell yourself it's fine to have the bigger apple. It's better to have the bigger apple than to have something sweet. So it's a really, really great snack. Any other questions? Well, now we're gonna get to the fun part, which is tasting the apple samples that we have today. So let me just tell you what we have up here. I know you have it on your board, on your paper, but let's start with this table. So we have the Jonagolds, the green and the red and green are the, these are the Galas. Yep, and then the green and red are the Northern Spry. So
can you
Gala and
explain-
Northern Spry.
Galas are listed as,
They're sweet with crisp yellow flesh, and they're great for eating and for putting in salad. So Michelle, will you hold up the Gala? That's the Gala. Then we have the Northern Spry, which are sweet and juicy. So they have both red and green skin, and they're crisp and they store well. And they're great for eating, baking, and in sauces. And then over here, I'll hold these up. So I have the green are the Crispins. So these are the Crispins. And then on the very end there, those are the Jonna Gold. So those are the red and gold. So they're a blend of a tart Jonathan and a sweet golden delicious. And they're wonderful for eating fresh. They hold up nicely in pies as a baked apple. And then the Crispins are really sweet and slightly tart, probably most similar to a Granny Smith that you're thinking of. And they're great for eating fresh, baking pies, and baked apples. So what I think we'll do is have you come up. I'm gonna just get my gloves, my cutting board, and what I'll do is I'll grab some apples. We'll put them on a plate and you can try each one of them. Okay, sound good? All right.
Just slide by you.
Tell me what I can do.
Okay, no problem. Okay, so let me just get the cutting board.
Michelle,
Yeah.
question, sometimes I'll peel an apple before I eat it. What nutrients am I losing from the skin?
So the skin is where the majority of the fiber is found, and the fiber helps provide that gut health. So, I would encourage you to eat the skin. Is there a reason why you peel them?
I don't care for the skin sometimes.
Yeah. Trying to think of other ways that you can incorporate the skin. You could slice it thin, where you're not taking a big bite of it and getting a lot of skin, but if you cut it up and then slice it thinner, maybe you won't feel like you're eating as much of the skin. But that is where the prebiotics is what they're called, that fiber, that prebiotic that helps your gut health. Yeah. And apples are so good, even after a meal, when you're wanting that little bit of dessert or something sweet, they can kind of satisfy that sweet tooth. I usually finish my lunch with an apple.
Okay, so why don't you come on up? We'll just start a line right here, and if you wanna just try one apple, that's fine. If you wanna try all four, that's fine too, okay? And then we have the dippers.
Would it be the same line if you wanna ask Michelle a question, or can
No, just go ahead and ask questions. Michelle can keep answering questions while I cut up apples.
can I come up there?
Do you wanna come up here?